Wow, riser sole.
Riser sole?
A 90-gram weight in a sole?
How in the world do they do that? Seriously? It's all titanium?
This thing launches, and it just doesn't spin. I can't believe how far this thing goes.
Do you have riser sole?
Seriously, this is the longest fairy wood you will ever hit.
Scott McCarron, you know this guy knows.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Welcome back to BGT 2.0. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. Big's Golf Talk. Make sure you follow us on all our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and on YouTube. All at Big's Golf Talk. And Friday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain is when BGT TV, BGT 2.0 airs. And on Saturday mornings is the radio show. So there you go.
You got it. We're on almost, 3 times a week.
Is that right?
Yeah. You can't miss us.
We can be on anytime you want because we're on demand as well. So,
when we were on break and I was behind the scenes with Amanda, our analytics over the last 6 weeks, 5,100% we've grown.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's terrific, Bill. But do you want to know how you can putt better at 5,100%?
Well, I know 12%. That I know.
12%. 12%. I say 5,100%. If you use on-point ball markers, you will make more putts and improve your golf game 5,100%.
Yeah. Well, if I have 2 of them, do I double my chances down? That's what I want to know.
And if you have the towel
to clean the ball,
clean your
you know what, bitch? We're on point right now. We are on point. We're doing our job. We're on point in our job. Well, wait, that's what they're called.
They're called on point, yes.
On point. So they must be on point too, because I know we just did a good job on point. Oh, I like yours too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lots. It's got the coin on the back.
And it pops out, right, Biggs?
Oh yeah.
Ta-da! That's for those friends of yours.
End here, and it pops up, and you could, it's magnetic. Absolutely.
Because you always
have a magnetic hat. If you have a magnetic hat, you could just use the coin on your magnetic hat. Yeah. And you could use either side.
And these magnets are strong.
Love these.
Really cool. I was talking to Papa about it.
You know what? And the thing is, I also have.
What you got?
I also have. I haven't even opened yet, but I have the single line one too.
I know that guy. That's Mr. Furyk.
Jim Furyk.
Yeah, Jim Furyk and friends.
Brand ambassador for On Point. That's one guy that's on point. Jim Furyk.
On point. We're on point, but he's really on point.
If Jim Furyk puts his name behind something, you know it's on point.
And we got some pictures of Furyk and friends from our guest coming up later, which is also one of our co-hosts, Greg Wise. He was covering the event. So we got some really, really nice pictures and covered everything up. So it's going to be good. But let's get to the point about on point. Let's get them
on. Get on point with the point?
Yes, absolutely. Let's get to the point.
Well, here at BGT 2.0, we like to actually tell you how good the product is and everything else. And however, how do you use this product? Well, Bill the Godfather Cuevas, before you bring in our next guest.
Okay. You're going to make them
I'd
wait?
say.
Let them wait.
Duel.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Duel.
Let's do this.
Duel.
I want to show something here.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Show me.
And we're going to go here.
All right.
We're going to play this.
Hi, I'm Jim Furyk. You want to make more putts and lower your score? I'm here to show you how with the OnPoint 3-dimensional ball marker. The OnPoint marker is critical to my putting routine. It allows me to constantly engage with my putting line and to process the direction of my putt through spatial acuity and alignment technology. It's also approved for use by the USGA and RNA. Using the OnPoint marker is simple. When I approach the green, I visualize the line in which I intend to putt. Does the putt break left to right, straight, or right to left? I align my OnPoint marker in the direction of the putt. While waiting my turn, I'm constantly engaging with the marker. Because I can easily visualize my intended line, I'll be prepared to putt when my turn comes. Finally, I align my ball with the OnPoint marker. Now, I'm ready to execute the putt with confidence. Make more putts and lower your score today at onpointgolf.us.
There you go, Bill the Godfather Cuevas.
Sold.
OnPoint.us is the website. But how did this idea come about, Bill the Godfather Cuevas? I know you can't tell me, but I know there's two guys with OnPoint Golf that's here with us right now that can. I want to introduce Nick and Briston to the show now. Nick and Briston, welcome into Big's Golf Talk BGT 2.0.
Thank you. Hey, Big John. How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
Well, yes.
I hope we did your product justice on the introduction as we came back from our commercial break. And I got to tell you, man, I love the dual aspect of this ball marker just from the 3D dimensional aspect of it. I mean, after all, we are 3D human beings, right? So what I like about it is if I don't have, and I'm not interfering with somebody that I'm marking my ball and they're behind me, I can use the 3D aspect of this ball marker and just leave it there and study it prior to me taking my putt and taking my stance, as Jim Furyk described in the video. Where did this idea come from? And Briston, we'll come to you first.
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us on the show. We got one of our major brand ambassadors and tutorial instructors, Nick Bradley, on the show with us. So thank you for having us. So the idea came about. I wear prescription sunglasses when I play golf, and a buddy of mine and myself were spitballing, saying, how the hell are you supposed to read a flat poker chip or a flat coin on a green when you got a 10, 20-foot putt? You know, how are you supposed to engage with your ball marker? And what does everybody do in the game of golf is they all mark their ball on the green. So my day job is I'm a custom home builder, and I see blueprints in 3 dimensions. And we basically came up with an idea on let's create a 3-dimensional ball marker. And I like to say that we own the space between the putter head and the golf ball. So we own that 3-dimensional space, and that's how OnPoint developed.
It's
Nick,
an amazing
Nick Bradley,
product.
I'm gonna come. Yeah, Nick Bradley, no stranger to this show. Nick, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Thank you.
And you know, you with your name out there certainly says something with you showing your support for OnPoint markers. And what's so different about this marker than any other marker that you have come across throughout your career?
Well, you know, as you guys alluded to earlier, and what I'm going to pick up on now is that if you imagine you're right by the hole, as a golfer, your hierarchy of thinking changes the further you move away from the hole. So, for example, if you're within 7 foot, you're generally line orientated, and then it goes line pace, then pace line, and then all pace. So if you're 30 foot away and you're thinking about line, not pace, you're probably going to hit a bad putt. But the pace of the putt's going to make that putt successful. So when I saw OnPoint ball markers, it's exactly right. And in the advert that we just showed, is once you aim the marker straight, you've then got a true north where your brain can start to go to work and your imagination can start to fire. Okay. Once you've got that true north, it's why people kind of like plumb bob this way, is that they now see the line en route to the hole. If they don't have this true north, then the brain cannot go to work. And what the marker does is you set it down first of all straight. And just like Jim said, then your brain can go to work on the break of the putt. And you know what? You adjust the marker, you adjust the ball, and you're off to the races. So it not only saves time, but you make putts faster. And so when I'm working with elite players and top amateurs, and I'm working from what I call the magic range, which is 7 foot and in. Just look at any PGA Tour statistics. 7 foot and in and 7 foot and out. There's a huge difference in percentage make. I wanted to find something that my elite players really grab onto tangibly and make more of those putts. And these markers are absolutely critical to your targeting and firing up your imagination, where those sort of things go to work. You've got to get your imagination working for you on the greens. And when you've got a 3-dimensional elliptical aid like this, it's so easy. You've got a 2-dimensional coin. Your brain doesn't get it. It just doesn't get it. But you get something that, like a camel, you've got 1 hump and then 2 humps, bang, you get it straight away.
Well, what I like about this too, and Bill, what I like about this too, when you talk about the 3-dimensional aspect of it, so if you have a hilly green and you have turns and things like that, so the 3-dimensional is going to turn along with that when you set that down. So you're going to be able to see that ball marker
this
if
way,
it's slanted, right?
Which
you're
way
going to be able to
the
see
ball's
the
going.
angle the green is going. Briston, let me tell you something. With amateur players, this is just probably cut half of their strokes on the green in half. And like Nick was saying, outside of 7 feet, essentially amateurs have that mindset. I'm not going to make a 10-foot putt. I'm not going to make a 15, 20-foot putt. I'm just going to try and get it close to the hole. But with on-point ball markers, with the 3-dimensional, now the chances of you making a 20-foot putt has gone up.
Yeah, exactly. And we're looking at the product is the 15th club in your bag. And we're not looking at it as just a ball marker. We're looking at it as equipment. And as you know, this product is approved for use according to the rules of golf as defined by the USGA and RNA. That was a big milestone that we achieved about 1.5 years ago. And, I've seen it in action. I've seen it with professionals. I've seen it with amateurs. I've seen it with some of the top golfers here in Colorado. And we're starting to get brand ambassadors scattered around the country and out in England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So the product really has a great trajectory. And onpointgolf.us, we're getting a lot of fan base and a lot of followers. And our sales are interesting. We're on Shopify, and we have the ability to track our sales on where we're seeing the hotbeds, not only in the country but throughout the world. So we're out to change the industry. And what does everybody do in the game of golf? Everybody marks their golf ball on the green.
That's right. And it also comes with this nice, neat bag to keep your equipment inside your bag. So you put this in here, and then you keep this in there, and it never leaves your bag. It never has to leave your bag until you play your golf. So you know how you got to check. Sometimes we go to golf course and you forget your shoes, or you forget your glove, or you forget your hat. Well, if you put it in this bag, it doesn't get damaged, and you put it in your bag and leave it there. Set it and forget it, and you'll always be on point. Correct?
Bill, you got it. I mean, one of the things that we offer is our ability to brand the bag and brand the bottom of the coin. Our coin is a 28 millimeter coin. For example, here's an example of a club that I belong to in Arizona called
Whisper Rock.
And we made some custom bagging and some custom markers for Whisper Rock. But we're seeing that with a lot of clubs around the world, where you can brand the bottom of the coin with the specific logo of the club or the corporation or the charity event. And we've been getting a lot of sales and a lot of trajectory through that space.
I got one request, Mr. Briston, because
You got it. You got it.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say. I just got back from one of my proudest moments. You know, my daughter number 2 in the military, 17 years in. This one, 6 months in. And I want to represent. I got other special. I was blessed because we have a lot of companies. Some companies reached out and said, "Hey, what's your address? We got something special." Last time my first daughter went in, Bubba Watson sent me a military camel hat signed with a bunch of stuff for her. So it's pretty cool. I want to represent the Army. That's what I want.
You got it.
All right.
Let's make some custom units for our armed forces.
Army, baby.
Yeah, Folds of Honor and some other great causes out there.
Yes.
That's
we
all for it.
Bill, let me ask you a question. Just talking about the Army and using a metaphor here.
Okay.
So from 7 foot and in range, your mentality has got to be like a sniper. Okay,
Absolutely.
like a sniper. Now, let me ask you a question. How many snipers would pull the trigger unless they knew their targeting was absolutely perfect? None of them would. None of them would. So when you're 7 foot in, you're dialing in the scope. That's the scope right there.
This is the sight right here. I'm a shooter, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And when I was actually using this during the Robert Gomez event in Florida to line up my putts, I made a foot over 30 feet. So yay! Because people are like, what is that? Because they're like, did you cut a ball in half or something? No, it's my ball marker. So you get it, you set it, and then you know who got to hit the first putt every single time of that fivesome? This guy right here. They're like, Bill, you set it up, you go do it. Now, I'm not perfected in using it because, you still have to train your eyes, and there's a little bit of margin to get to that right point. But like what Big said, when you put this thing down on the ground, it'll, you could see which way you're on. When you're first lining up your put, when you put the ball, you don't get that kind of view. When you use this, you can tell if it's this way, that way. You can see which way your ball's going to go. So you get a much better angle for where you want to aim your ball, where you want to go out and let that ball take in.
Well, just on that note, check out On Point Golf on Instagram and onpointgolf.us because I've just recently got all of those tutorials where just what you said there, Bill, I'll run through routines and techniques for you. Just you can hole even more putts.
I'm hoping so, because you know what they say we putt for dough.
Improve your putting game. Makes for a great stocking stuffer. Hint, hint is coming up real soon. Get it today and get it ready for your stocking stuffer. We certainly recommend On Point Golf. And Briston, anything in the future that we're going to be seeing with On Point Golf?
Yeah, military colors.
Yeah. So we got a lot of interesting brands on our website. Our number one seller is what we call the 3-rail. Well, when you look at this, right, that marker aligns seamlessly with a number one ball seller out there. So when you look at the alignment technology that is put on putter heads and put on golf balls, we fill the space right between the putter head and the golf ball, and nobody owns that space but onpointgolf.us.
And if I'm correct, you have the patent for this.
That's correct. We have a number of patents that have been issued, and we have a couple of patents in the queue, and we have it trademarked and protected both nationally and internationally.
Nick Bradley, I'm going to give you the final word here on BGT 2.0 about On Point Golf. What would you like to tell the golfers out there?
Make more putts faster. I mean, the RNA and the USGA, and quite rightly so, are talking about the pace of the game. I see so many amateurs trying to fool around with that little infinitesimal line on the ball. Forget it. This happens in less than 10 seconds. The ball goes down. You make your putt. So it's hole more putts faster. It just makes sense. Just makes sense.
Yeah.
Nick Bradley, Briston Peterson, thank you for joining us here on BGT 2.0. Great product here. We certainly will endorse this product on BGT 2.0, Big's Golf Talk, and you have golfers here on Big Golf Talk that'll be putting this in their game. So thank you so much.
Guys, thank you very much.
You
More
got
Big
it.
Golf Talk coming your way right after this.